mode. You got to get them right here. When they push themselves and get tired, then they got to keep going to push more. You only get better when you get tired and work fatigue. You got athletes that kind of pace themselves the whole time, stay at the same intensity level the whole time. They're never going to get better. You got to get as intense as possible and get tired. That makes it 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Just go, freaking busting it. And then you got to be mentally tough enough to go and keep going and push that threshold. It all starts right here. We coaches have to develop tough minds in our athletes so they push their bodies. So in the third period of their toughest matches, they are badly going. They're not like, oh, I got tired, I cut too much weight. Hell, I cut plenty of weight. Think about it. I wrestled in the Olympics at 114 pounds. I was a little skinny dude like Nico Megaludis, all right? And I don't look fat now, I'm like 170. So it's a big, I was sucking some weight, all right? So I was able to be tireless even when cutting weight because I trained that way. So you have to be able to work through your fatigue and push yourself. And as a coach, I try to get my athletes through everything they possibly have. You know, when they're in there, that last 30, 45 minutes of practice, it's got to be balls to the wall. I mean, you got to get them to push themselves. So Z fanatical, I kind of like the word fanatical because it embraces the theme of intensity. I think it's on the back of my shirt today. That's one of my favorite themes, the intensity theme. Z fanatical is great. So those guys are all about fitness and nutrition. You know, I mentioned Advocate earlier. Those guys are on board and get it. They understand that supplements are here to stay. Our society is using them. Kids are buying them. We need to give kids guidance. We need to teach them how to physically train. We need to teach them about proper nutrition. If they're going to use energy drinks and protein, to use the proper stuff. That's why I'm telling you Advocate. And then thirdly, the mental stuff. One of them, the guy with Gene, Jeff's got the camera, man. I'm on camera. I guess I'm throwing people on camera. Here, Andy. What new throw can I come up with? Hey, no, seriously. Gene's an Eddie. Stand up, Gene. He's a master's in psychology for the University of Pennsylvania. Now, Penn State's king, Big Ten, my team, my alma mater. But University of Penn's Ivy League. That dude's extra smart. All right, he wrestled for Raymond at Penn, and I believe some with Ivy overlap.
With Zeke.
Zeke, she went with Zeke a lot.
He was my coach.
He's graduated, he's a sports psychologist, and it's just really important when we help kids believe in themselves when they step on the mat. And he's a consultant. I believe they're a sponsor here. You guys got a table here or something, is that correct?
Right out here.
So you guys want to meet them. They're doing what I would say a holistic approach to wrestling. 90% of what I'm sharing with you guys is technique. And that's the fun stuff. But you got to work hard and spend quality time and act wisely on strength training, conditioning, nutrition, and the mind. Some guys have it more than others, but regardless of what they have naturally, we coaches can help them develop it. We can help them develop the ability to step across that line and rise to the occasion when it matters most, to get excited, to really step up and keep your composure in the heat of battle. And that's what you want to do. Look it up. Brock's cousin Mitchell, he wrestled Stever in the NCAA semifinals. It was a wild match. Stever's a legend. He's going crazy. Kept his composure. So there's two elements. There's the stepping across the mat, shaking hands, be ready to go and being focused and being intense. And then there's maintaining your composure throughout the match. When things don't go your way, or there's a frustrating situation, no matter what, you just stay calm as a cucumber. And again, different kids have different levels of that, but we as coaches can help guide them. Part of coaching is sports psychology. Let's face it. If you're going to be getting the most out of your guys, you got to, I'll allude to Gable again. One of Gable's strongest things was his ability to bring the most out of every individual on his team. And when I was around the world team training camps on the Olympian team, and he was working with different guys individually, and we would talk, he would sit down and he'd talk, he didn't try to get everybody to wrestle the same way. It was more about helping each athlete to get the most out of themselves, technically developing the right style and moves, and mentally making sure they're there and they have it together. And we got to help our athletes prepare. You might gather from my energy that I like to be pretty wired. I like to be pretty more, not pretty, I like to be as a competitor, warmed up, ready to go, and excited. Not all guys perform that well. All right? Some guys perform better, a little more calm. And you got to identify your individual athlete's best performances and help them get to that perfect level of intensity when they step out on the mat to compete. So, Coach Zanetti, are we on the same page?
We are.
All right, good deal. I should